Congressman Marcoleta, you are not a member of this committee, so therefore you are not allowed.
I think, Mr. Chair, we have yet to resolve that because, as you said in the last hearing, my removal as a vice chair of this committee was a plenary action. And therefore, there should be a plenary action to remove me as a member of this committee. I'd like to believe, Mr. Chair, that when I was installed as a vice chair of this committee, it presupposes membership. I am supposed to be deemed a member because if I were not a member, I cannot be appointed as a vice chair. The officiality of that is, the position is only a privilege, but membership is organic. So until and unless that was to be resolved, Mr. Chair, I think you have to recognize me as a member of this committee because even if I admit or I will probably accede to you that I am not a member, kahit hindi po ako member sa committee ito, being a member of the House of Representatives, I have the right to make issues and to raise issues. That's why I'm asking your permission to do so, Mr. Chair.
You can at any time make a manifestation. In fact, I've been recognizing you po. But with respect to the issue of your removal, the committee is not in the position to answer that. Maybe you can question the Committee on Rules. Sila po ang proper committee na po pwede pong sumagot.
Yes, Mr. Chair, that is correct. The only reason why I answered you back because you said that I am not a member of this committee. I should not have raised that at all had you not said it. But may I continue, Mr. Chair, in raising some procedural issue because during the first hearing, I know that the very basis of this inquiry in aid of legislation was the privileged speech delivered by Honorable Valeriano. And I would like to make a record, Mr. Chair, although I was unable to do that during the first hearing, the privileged speech should not have been allowed at all based on our rules. Our rules specifically states that no one can be allowed or avail the privilege hour if the concern he is to raise in his privileged speech principally and directly relates to a bill under consideration. At the time, Honorable Valeriano, Mr. Chair, delivered his privileged speech, the General Appropriations Bill was already filed on August 27, 2024. He took the floor on September 3, and therefore, any concern relating to the subject matter in the budget or in the bill should not have been allowed at all. And then, this morning, I saw the agenda, Mr. Chair. There was an additional agenda added in this committee, and this is supposed to be the manifestation raised by Congresswoman Louis Stroh. And I saw in the notes that it was taken up as motu proprio matter, Mr. Chair. On procedural matters, I don't know how it should be done because motu proprio, to my mind, is something that would indicate an official action taken without formal request from another party. And so my question, Mr. Chair, is how did the committee took it on a motu proprio basis when it was a manifestation taken by another party? I see it a very unusual procedure, Mr. Chair, because this representation, I would like to recall that sometime in March 2024, delivered a privileged speech dealing on the same subject matter, and I think even more, I questioned the several irregularities pointed out by the Commission on Audit, specifically in 2017, 2018, and 2019, covering the audit report of COA in the Department of Education. In that privileged speech, Mr. Chair, I took note of the sum of something like 3.25 billion pesos of information communication technology packages. As noted by the Commission on Audit at the time, Mr. Chair, there were no adequate supporting documents. Unfortunately, that privileged speech was not even referred to the committee, to any committee either the Committee on Education or the Committee on Good Government. And so my question, Mr. Chair, is how is it special, or how special can a manifestation issued during the Budget Committee hearing that this committee, this good committee, already took it as a motu proprio action, subject matter to be covered by this hearing? So parang there is no consistency, Mr. Chair. Parang I would like to volunteer, Mr. Chair, that a copy of my privilege speech delivered on March 15, 2021, entitled "Co-Bodies DepEd." It was not even referred to any committee, Mr. Chair. When I exposed several irregularities in the Department of Education as audited by the Commission on Audit, I would like to volunteer that this be made part of the documents that might be taken up by the committee in regard to any investigation with regard to DepEd. In this particular privilege speech, Mr. Chair, I even question a particular law. It's Republic Act 1847. This is a law enacted in 1995. And in that particular law, it prohibited DepEd, then called DEX, the time, Mr. Chair. DEX at the time was already prohibited from procuring and publishing the books. And it should be relegated, or it should be transferred to the private sector publishers. For more than 25 years, Mr. Chair, the DepEd did not follow the law. It's Republic Act 1847. I've been pointing out to them several times already. But there was no investigation done on that matter. How is it that a manifestation issued during a budget hearing be taken up as motu proprio when a full privilege speech dealing on the same subject matter, and even, I think, more appropriately described as more complete, but it wasn't taken up, Mr. Chair. This is all, and I thank you very much for allowing me. Thank you.
Thank you. Duly noted. Congressman Lord and Suwan, please proceed to your interpellation.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Good afternoon, everyone. I would like to address my questions to the Department of Education. Is it true that the Department of Budget and Management Government Manpower Information System stated that the DepEd has 46,703 vacant positions out of 1,030,897 authorized positions as of May 2024? Is there such a report from the DBM?
Sino po? Kanino po ninyo ina-address yung tanong po ninyo?
Well, I guess we could have the DBM answer it. The Department of Budget and Management Government Manpower Information System stated that DepEd has 46,703 vacant positions. Is this correct?
Sino pong sasagot?
Mr. Chair, from the USEC Toledo from DBM. So we're just pulling the record, Mr. Chair, so that we can answer exactly as far as the question is concerned, Mr. Chair.
Okay. But before you answer, please identify yourself para po malaman, for the record.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
USEC.
I'm Undersecretary Rolando Toledo.
Okay.
Mr. Chair,
USEC Toledo, you are now recognized by the chair.
Okay. Mr. Chair, as of April 24, the total authorized position of DepEd is 1,030,897, of which 95% or 983,351 positions are filled. So, Mr. Chair, yun po yung the latest as of April 2024. That's what we have, Mr. Chair.
So it's not true that 46,706 vacant positions. Oh, it's true. You have how many positions were already taken?
983,351 positions, Mr. Chair.
So would that mean that there are still 46,703 vacant positions?
USEC, Yusek
Yeah.
Toledo?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Before I recognize you,
Yeah.
I understand, ma'am, that you're not feeling well. Yusek Mercado, you are now excused. Pwede po kayong, sige po, para makapagpahinga rin po kayo. Thank you po. Thank you for your time, ma'am. Thank you po. Ma'am, sir, Yusek Toledo, please continue.
Okay, Mr. Chair, based on record, given that we have already the authorization of 1,030,897, which is a filled-up position of 983,351, we have an unfilled position of 47,546, Mr. Chair.
So I guess it's true. May I ask this for the Department of Education? In DepEd Memorandum Number 42 Series of 2024, the Department of Education Secretary Sani Angara ordered the department's offices to fill all vacant positions to ensure effective and efficient delivery of basic education services. And even the Education Undersecretary for Human Resource and Organizational Development, Wilfredo Cabral, noted that posts should be filled to ensure that the budget allocated for
Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair.
Yes, Yusek. Sino pong Cabral?
Yes po, I am.
Okay, you're recognized. Thank you.
Good afternoon, Mr. Chair and Your Honors. These vacancies have been existent for quite a while, but I would like to clarify that out of the 47,000 mentioned, this includes all CTI items, hard-to-fill items, and that includes all other positions, both teaching and non-teaching. As to how long, this is a series of natural vacancies, as there are promotions, and some of which are newly created for a particular fiscal year.
So, how many of these vacant positions were there as of December of 2023? Were there around 40,000 vacant positions as of December 2023?
That's correct, Mr. Chair. We noted that as of December of 2023, there were already vacancies that we noted close to about the number as mentioned, Mr. Chair.
How about as of December of 2022? Was there the same number of vacant positions?
Mr. Chair, I beg your indulgence because I was not the HR at that time of the fiscal year mentioned.
So in all of those years where there were tens of thousands of vacancies, was there a budget to fill those vacancies?
Mr. Chair, Your Honor, all of those positions identified in the DBM GMIS are actually funded when considered regular items.
So they were funded by the DBM and yet we were not able to fill them.
Mr. Chair, they are funded but not yet released because we have the process that once unfilled positions are filled up due to hiring, that's the time that concerned implementing units, either region or through the division, submits that copy of appointment and budget are requested for that purpose.
So what happens to the budget allocated for those positions when they are not used by the end of the year?
That goes to the PS savings, as we call it, Mr. Chair.
So apparently there is a budget to fill these positions, but through the years they remain unfilled. And I am concerned, USEC, because we are supposed to promote employment for Filipinos and lots of teachers need work. So I guess in my eyes, this is an inefficiency that we must address. Can you imagine 40,000 people could have worked? And this has remained a problem for many, many years. Anyway, let me move on to another topic. So we have under the Basic Education Facilities Fund of the Department of Education for 2023, the department had a total target to build 6,379 classrooms with a total budget of 23.41 billion. Is that correct?
Mr. Chair, if I may. Mr. Chair, if I may respond.
Mr. Chair?
If I may respond.
Yusek Densing, you're recognized.
Thank you, sir. For 2023, that original target with DBM is 6,379 classroom, but after the DPWH, which is the implementer of the program, made additional factors which include howling costs, site-specific adjustments, and foundation design. The new target is 5,133, Your Honor.